This is a sad posting. These are two panhandlers I painted that have since passed away. It's possible that others I've painted have died too. Little notice is taken of their sufferings. For instance, after Melvin's death, I tried to do some research on the homeless death rate in Cambridge, and the statistics simply do not exist. Life on the street is cruel. There is little leeway for mistakes, including the huge mistake or series of mistakes that put you there in the first place. Colleen was the first model to pose for me in 2011, the second in this series. There were and still are a lot of very young street people, a lot of passing through need to eat signs. I'm sorry, I don't know her story. I wasn't really documenting her so much as responding aesthetically and emotionally to her predicament. On September 28, 2013, Colleen died of exposure and a drug overdose. Melvin hung out with Alistair near the Harvard bookstore. Here's Alistair. Alistair had just come back from the laundromat. He complained that the usual place in Central Square had closed down, and he had to walk all the way to Inman Square to find an open laundromat. Life on the street seems full of these petty indignities. When Melvin showed up, we headed down to the alley behind the coop where he set up shop on a concrete bench. He was pretty chatty, so I got the whole story. The years of working for the City of Cambridge Parks Department, being a truck mechanic, taking care of his dying mother, the accident that left him addicted to painkillers, and then the nervous breakdown and ending up on the street. Mel's big beef was with the street musicians, who he felt had an unfair advantage, since they were licensed and could set up wherever they wanted, whether or not it impacted the panhandlers. Plus, people tended to walk right past the homeless if there was a street musician to give their money to. As I was finishing up, a pale young street musician in a white shirt, jacket, and tie set up behind us and began to expertly play the didgeridoo. Melvin died on June 16, 2014, the victim of a heart attack. He had been in and out of rehab since I'd painted him. First Church held a memorial service for him the following Saturday, with another one scheduled at a different church a week or two later. The church had contacted me and asked if I could lend them the painting I did of Melvin so they could display it at the service. There were no other photos of him. I brought the painting in, stopped off at Dick Blick and bought a kit so I could frame it, then dropped it off at the church. The obituary editor at the Boston Globe contacted me and asked for more information on Melvin. I told him to contact Alistair. Melvin received a full-blown obituary in the Boston Globe. Google Melvin Jenkins obituary if you'd like to read it. Amazing, isn't it? This guy lived under the radar and on the streets for years, and nobody gave a crap about him. Now he's dead and suddenly the subject of massive attention. What a sad commentary.